would like to say a few words about this location and why we chose it for today's event. Stellantis has a long-standing partnership with Ivy Tech, most recently working with them on the Integrated Technology Education Program, ITEP for short, which helps grow the pipeline of skilled workers for our plants in advanced manufacturing. It's been a terrific partnership. It gives students hands-on experience in manufacturing, all while earning college credit. And we've had more than 100 students go through the program in our facilities at Stellantis since 2015. Over the past 10 years, our Indiana operations have grown significantly. We've gone from 4 facilities to 5. We've added nearly 3,300 employees to our workforce, invested more than $2 billion to expand capacity, and most importantly, that workforce really has delivered above and beyond our expectations. And frankly, that's why we're here today. Today, we're here to announce, I'm not going to do it, how Kokomo will play a role in our electrification future and celebrate the continuing evolution of our history in this great city. We appreciate Governor Holcomb, Secretary Chambers, for taking time out of a busy Indy week to come and join us. I wanted to kick this off by saying, gentlemen, start your engine, but, and of course, Mayor Tyler Moore, thank you for joining us today as well. The state's been a tremendous partner as we considered where to locate and how to go about making this investment. Our continued growth here also would not have been possible without not only Mayor Moore, but the City Council and the city. You'll be hearing from these folks shortly, but I also want to take a few minutes to recognize some of the other people who have stood with our company over the years and frankly are also part of the reason why we're here today. Representative Mike Herikoff, Representative Heath Van Natter, Representative Tony Cook. I think the legislature's in session, so they're all busy today, but that's good, doing work on behalf of the state of Indiana, and Senator Jim Buck. And the entire Indiana Economic Development Corporation staff, who I've spent a lot of time with, and who are as glad as I am to be at this point today, probably. We really thank you, both of our companies. Thank you for all of your support. I'd also like to recognize local government officials from Kokomo and Howard County, who I believe are here. And in addition, I think we have representatives from Duke Energy and NIPSCO. Again, utilities being a very critical piece of this puzzle, as you'll hear. I also want to recognize the Indiana Chamber, the Indiana Manufacturers Association, and the Kokomo Economic Development Alliance. You all have been huge advocates for making Indiana and this community a great place to do business. So thanks to all of you for taking time to be part of our event today. At this time, it's time to get to the good stuff. At this time, we're going to show a short video that will introduce you to Stellantis, a company that you've known for a long time, but is also a brand new company. And then afterwards, we'll welcome Mark Stewart to the podium to say a few more words. All right, roll the tape. Stewart, the stage is yours.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Come on. I mean, come on. Come on. Good afternoon, everybody. All right. Don't make me go into the preacher pulpitdom here, right? You got to have a little love. No, thank you, Shane. Thank you, everybody, for attending today. And Governor Holcomb, Secretary Chambers, Mayor, and all of our government officials for helping to bring us to where we are today, where Shane almost leaked the news, but somebody kind of leaked it last night, but they didn't have all the facts right, so everybody must pay attention, right? But, you know, driving here last night, I was reminded of the last time I came to Kokomo, not the last time I was supposed to be in Kokomo, where I might have been feeling a little under the weather, like many of you have for other reasons. But it's been right before COVID, and I was very proud to be here the last time as we announced the opening of our new engine plant in Kokomo. So it's very exciting to have this job, to be here, to be able to announce a lot of great news for the community, for Stellantis and our house of 14 brands, and our new joint venture together with Samsung SDI. So super exciting, and thank you guys for joining us today. You know, when we were really announcing our investment to transform Indiana Transmission into an engine plant, it was a major milestone for us. It was a stepping stone for us working on our electrification plans for our next generation of powertrains and engines to be made right here in Kokomo for both the ICE engines and for our battery electric vehicles. And so it was really an outstanding day that day, and we're super happy to be here in the sunshine today to be able to celebrate again. And here we are, fast forwarding 2 years ahead. So much has changed, right? In all of our communities, in the way we work, in the way we live, in the way that we do things. And as we were just talking in the room before we came, though, but my goodness, what a fabulous job Indiana has done during that period to keep the state going, vibrant, healthy, and on track. And we really appreciate that. On behalf of our Stellantis family members, we appreciate that. Since then, a lot has changed for us. We formed a new company. Again, we've merged, but we've merged together with Peugeot into Stellantis. But we are still the house of 14 powerful brands that we have customers who love our products. Absolutely love. The loyalty we have, the enthusiasts we have, whether it's a Jeep, a Ram, a Chrysler, a Dodge, a Fiat, an Alfa, a Maserati, and on, right? We are really excited to be together, and the power that we can have together is Stellantis to be able to make things like this happen today. As you saw in the video, we are a global company committed to the automotive industry as we experience this massive change in technology, massive change to help the environment, massive change that we need to bring our customers along with us. We can have the best products known to man, but if customers don't want those, then we're all in big trouble, right? So it's important that we keep the loyalty, the enthusiasm, and the folks that are behind our brands today, behind our brands tomorrow. To lead the new era, we've embarked on a transformation journey, and it's about our customer centricity. It's about making sustainable products, really embracing the mobility and the digital side of our products to make things seamless for our customers, keep it exciting for our customers, and make it affordable for our customers. You know, at the same time, we're faced with big challenges. How to address accelerating the reductions in emissions that are required, particularly through the electrification journey. And I want to give a shout out to Duke Energy today as well, as I just learned in the last couple weeks, 800 acres of solar to help power the new plant that we still hadn't announced. I'm getting there, Shane, I promise, okay? So we also have spent the last months outlining in our Dare Forward strategy a $35 billion investment over these next 2 years towards our electrification of our products. And sometimes people think that we're behind. We are not. Today we already have 25 different BEVs in the marketplace around the world. We have 2 PHEVs here in the US, so we are behind when it comes to bringing the BEVs to this marketplace, but not much, right? We are very proud of our Pacifica plug-in hybrid. We are very proud of the Wrangler plug-in hybrid we rolled out last April that is #1 in the marketplace and sold out. And we continue to move forward as we're launching the Grand Cherokee plug-in hybrid this month. So we're really, really excited for the future. We're really excited that the customers want it. and they're pulling them. It's a huge, huge challenge for the marketplace, for all of us. And it's a big challenge to make sure our communities in which we all live and work stay vibrant. So we've got to keep that, got to keep the pressure, got to keep the excitement. So right here in the U.S., our key goal is to make our battery electric vehicles more than 50% of our production by the end of the decade. So that requires a lot of battery juice, shall we say. And just a bit of perspective, as mentioned, we have, and sorry, I said 25, I'm at 19 BEVs around the market globally today. But right here in the U.S., over the next 6 years, we will be launching 25 battery electric vehicles across every brand that we have here in the U.S. And we plan to launch those affordable for our customers, with the fun for our customers. And again, keep those enthusiastic folks as part of our family. It's all part of our long-term strategy called Dare Forward 2030, and it really outlines our ambition to be net carbon zero by 2038. It's bold. Some people say, really, can you do it? It depends on again, it depends on our customers, and we're going to do it together with our customers. We're going to do it together with our partners, but we will get there, and we are confident. And that finally brings us to today's announcement, so everybody can wake back up, please. The Charlie Brown teacher speech is nearly done, right? This is a key piece of our strategy. It ensures the Kokomo community continues to play a central role in our company's efforts together to provide safe, clean, and affordable mobility to our customers today and in the future. Our history in Kokomo, as Shane mentioned, we go back almost 90 years together now. When Chrysler took over the former Haynes-Apperson, sorry, it's hard to say, and converted it to build manual transmissions at that time. Since then, we've evolved, we've grown. Over the past 12 years, we've invested more than $2 billion here, including $630 million across 4 area plants building the new engine, the next generation transmissions, and all of which will power our electrified future. And that was the start. Today, we're super pleased to announce the bold step. Stellantis, together with our partner, Samsung SDI, and Mr. Choi, thank you for your leadership and for your team, will be investing $2.5 billion with the potential to go up over $3 billion, with 1,400 new jobs right here in Kokomo to establish the first U.S. electric vehicle battery manufacturing right here in Kokomo. Again, we are very excited. We're excited as Stellantis. We're excited for our families here in Kokomo. We are excited for the state. And again, that we can be on the stage sharing good news again today about our company and our future together and making sure that our families and our communities stay viable. During our EV Day, we set a path about our electric future, saying we were going to add 5 new battery plants around the world, and in less than 1 year, we've hit that goal. Today's announcement is the 5th battery plant around the world established by Stellantis. Again, the first in U.S., second in North America. And again, thank you to all the state and the local government folks for all of your support, for the energy companies for all of your support as well. And just really want to extend appreciation again. Governor Holcomb, thank you. And Secretary Chambers, big time thanks. And the mayor always, thank you for all your support. We also, again, to Mr. Choi, Michael Sun, and the entire SDI team, thank you guys. And we had quite a number of papers that were carried. We want to give a shout out for that today as well with our signing we did right before we came in today. So that was really exciting. But the leadership as well from the Stellantis team, right? From Barb, Ken, and all of the folks on the negotiation team to make this happen. The folks have been working day and night. If you see them falling asleep with their chairs, there's a reason, okay? It's not just because my speech is too long. That we really, really, really appreciate all of their work. And again, so big personal thank you for that. And before we wrap up, just want to give another shout out to our partners here at Ivy Tech and the long relationship we've had. And thank you, Chancellor, for letting us be here today. Thank you for the great students you're putting out into the marketplace here that we have been taking advantage of. I would encourage others to do that, but we don't want to take away from all the needs we have. But we really, really appreciate the work from here at Ivy Tech. Congratulations for everybody having the vision and the commitment for our partners at Samsung SDI from going to this next level of JV together and for our future together as one company. We are very excited to enter the new era. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Mark. Now that the cat's out of the bag, I can speak freely, right? Next up, we have a brief video on Samsung, and I want to go ahead and introduce our next speaker, the CEO of Samsung SDI, Yoon-ho Choi. And I have to tell you, he assumed this role in December when we were deep into negotiations already about this important JV. But frankly, I don't think we would have gotten where we are today without his extremely capable leadership and drive to get this project done over the past several months. So we're excited to hear from him. But I'll say roll the video, and then I'll invite you to the podium.
We do know Stellantis crafts stories, not just makes cars, and provides freedom of movement for everyone, guided by a clear vision. Samsung SDI will share the vision to pursue all in harmony with the world around us, connecting cities, people, present and future. Stellantis is exploring new horizons with iconic vehicles and mobility brands. Enormous passion and a competitive spirit are the light and salt of our partnership. Combining its competitiveness with Samsung SDI's strengths in absolute quality, outstanding performance, and proven advantage, we will realize the best partnership in a new era of mobility. Hungary and the state of Indiana in the US will enable us to prepare for the new era. Samsung SDI is fully committed to this partnership and will go above and beyond. Samsung SDI joins a journey with Stellantis, full of endless possibilities. Together, we will lead the new global electrification era. Pursuing greatness, this is who we are, and what we will do together.
Perfect. CEO Choi. Podium is yours.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm truly happy and also honored to make this announcement today. Samsung SDI and Stellantis will form a joint venture and build the world's best battery production facility right here in Kokomo in the state of Indiana. First, I would like to thank Governor Holcomb and Secretary Chambers for all their support. The Indiana state government actively supported us during the site selection process. Because of your support, we were able to make the right decision that Indiana is indeed the best site for our joint venture. For this, I truly thank you. Also, Mayor Moore, if I may share some observations during my site visit last January, I think the city of Kokomo has an excellent infrastructure for operating a high-tech battery plant. For this reason, although our joint venture starts with 23 gigawatt-hour capacity, we are confident that our site at Kokomo will enable us to expand even further with increasing demand in the future. Again, thank you for providing us with an excellent site for our JV. There was also more important reason for choosing Kokomo, Indiana, as our final site. It is because of Ivy Tech Community College, where we are currently at right now. I hope that Ivy Tech's brightest talent will join our JV in producing the most competitive batteries in the world together. Dean Ellspermann, we would like to ask for your support so that your institution's best and brightest students will have much interest in working for our joint venture one day. At this joint venture between Stellantis and Samsung SDI, we'll be producing batteries of cutting-edge technology and highest quality. As the number of EVs with our batteries increase, we will contribute towards meeting the climate change target, and we will pass on a better future to the next generation. The joint venture in Kokomo, Indiana, will be the very first battery cell factory in the United States for Samsung SDI. And it will also be the very first battery factory in the state of Indiana. However, it will carry a meaning far beyond this. Our joint venture is a bold start towards a sustainable future, made possible through efforts of Stellantis, Samsung SDI, and state and municipal government. To all participants who are here today, I ask for your continued attention and support for our joint venture so that we could build a world-class factory with cutting-edge technology and leading operation. Again, I would like to thank Governor Holcomb, Secretary Chambers, Mayor Moore, and Dean Ellspermann for taking your precious time to come to this event and support us. To Mr. Stewart, who is here today to represent our trusted partner, Stellantis, I hope we could continue to work together to build an excellent factory here in Kokomo, Indiana. Lastly, I thank all guests who are here today for taking the time to participate. I wish all the best to you and your loved one. Thank you.
So obviously you don't make this big a decision unless the business climate, the political leadership, the economic stability in the state is something that you can count on long term. And our next speaker has been a longtime partner and a great friend to Stellantis, and I know is becoming a great friend with our friends at Samsung SDI as well, the 51st governor of the state of Indiana, Eric Holcomb.
So Shane, I have no video.
No live video.
I see. Good afternoon. It's actually not just a good afternoon, it is a great afternoon. And I want to thank you, Mark, for standing in the pulpit and preaching the sermon. I especially got hooked on the $3 billion, but the pews are full, the witnesses are among us. But thank you, Mark and Mr. Choi, for making this such a proud and special day in our entire state here in Kokomo, Indiana. I was just in Davos, Switzerland yesterday, selling the state of Indiana to anyone who would listen. And I can guarantee you everyone there is hearing the news, Mark, that you just shared. This is news that is heard around the world and is something that we can all be, as you saw in both of the videos, talked about togetherness. And we can all be so proud, and everyone, whether it was behind the scenes or up front, everyone here in some form or fashion had a role in getting us to this day, and equally so in the days to come. And there was nothing, and I mean nothing, that was going to prevent me from being with you here in person. If I had to swim home, I was going to. I was just so nervous about flight delays and making sure that I could get here, and it's just incredible to be with you on this momentous, historic, truly unprecedented time for an industry and for our state. And Mr. Choi, to the leaders at Samsung SDI, I am sure that going through your thorough process, that you came to know exactly what our friends for decades at Stellantis have known about Kokomo, Indiana. And it was a thorough process, and we appreciated that, the due diligence that went into this monumental decision about your future and ours was, we appreciated it because we knew we were getting to the right answer and something that would put us on very solid foundation going forward. And we like it when it's competitive. We thought that served to our advantage. And you have come, I'm sure, to just know in your heart that Kokomo, Indiana is a community that is resilient, it is trusted, it's going to make you look good, been through so much together, so community-minded, that this is just a perfect home for this new venture. And we're proud to have you part of our family. I also want to single out Secretary Brad Chambers and your team, and I'm looking at Brock, and I'm looking at Ann, and the whole IEDC team, and members of our state government that's been alluded to on a couple different occasions here already, for everyone turning and burning. This was the weeks may have turned into months, but every day it was people coming together, whether it was local or state or from the company perspective, coming together to get to the right outcome. And Mayor Moore has just been awesome and brings such a positive force to the discussion and to the negotiation table. And when I think about the city that you represent and the county, I see Paul out here, the number of phone calls or texts very early or very late, always returned with a quickness, immediately, and always with a smile. And that's endearing as well when you're going into something as competitive and fast-moving as this whole process has been. So I want to thank Howard County, and I want to thank the city of Kokomo for truly stepping up once again. And to think about just over the last couple of years, Mark, as you were ticking through hundreds of millions of dollars of investment and transitioning your company to get to this day right here in Howard County. I mean, Howard County, you are living right. I mean, this is, people are not just envious, they're wondering, how did they do it? And to think about 2.5 billion, or, I mean, we're going to help you grow. You can, we make things and grow things around here. Pretty good at it. So to think about the 1,400, not just jobs, but careers that people are, again, loyal and proud of, that create opportunities for their families like never before. This truly is a dream come true. And it's thrilling to be a partner in that process with the union and with the management, with multiple countries, with multiple companies. On this joint venture, we are showing how it's done the right way. And so, from my perspective, we're going to make sure, the state government, our legislative leaders, we're going to make sure that we are fueling your success with the talent that you need to grow at the speed that you determine. And I also want to thank our utility partners. This was a new one. And we've proven how it can be done, thinking outside the box to make sure that, again, that Stellantis and Samsung SDI can continue to grow right here. Kokomo has always had, the state of Indiana has always had a rich automotive heritage. But with today's news, we all just became a lot richer. Congratulations.
Well, I feel like I don't need to even introduce the remaining two speakers because everybody's talked a lot about how great they are in their great roles. But I will take a moment of privilege just to say of Secretary Chambers, you don't amass the record of investment that he already has in the state without a lot of forethought and doing things right to prepare the ground. So again, you know, as we were looking around the U.S. On this opportunity, there actually aren't that many places that are ready to go. And, you know, because of your forethought and the team's, you know, being ready to go, made a big difference. So, Secretary Chambers, you want to come up and say a few words?
Okay, I am so darn excited. I can't stand it. Governor, how long do we have? Hour and a half? Something like that? Huh? Do I have a video? I don't have a video either. Gosh, this is, what a great day. So I hearken back to last year when the governor, he's a pretty good negotiator, I will tell you, was twisting my arm and pulling me out of the private sector for a public sector stint. And as I was thinking about that, there's a couple things that got me here. One of them is we have a terrific governor, and he's a good human being in addition to being a great governor. But the other is the state of Indiana is just a good product. We have such a good product. And I think today that's being validated. And I said to the governor, I said, okay, let's do this. Let's shoot higher, let's run faster. But quality over quantity. We have a good product. And it's about quality over quantity. It's about partnership. It's about quality companies. And so when I look at those videos of those two quality companies, and I meet the people, and we've interacted with the people, and we've had some really nice conversations, and we've had some tough conversations, but it's quality over quantity. And I am so proud of our team and the locals for being able to convince these two quality companies to locate here. It is just fantastic. So, Mark, Mr. Choi, Governor, Mayor, Shane, thank you. Thank you for being here. And I'm just, like I said, so darn excited. It's a great day for Indiana. Today's announcement is a testament to not just the strength of Indiana's climate, but to the authenticity of our friendship. Stellantis is investing once again in Indiana, particularly Kokomo. We're grateful for their partnership their extensive investment in our communities and the quality careers they're going to continue to provide for Hoosiers. We're grateful that our old friends, Stellantis, have brought with them Samsung SDI, our new friends. Samsung SDI is a global powerhouse and a cutting-edge leader in the future of mobility, sustainability, clean energy, and energy storage. So the state of Indiana is ecstatic about welcoming Samsung SDI's first operation in Indiana and the first manufacturing presence in the United States. Today's announcement from Stellantis and Samsung SDI marks an early and significant success of our 5E focus on the energy transition and building an economy of the future. Large-scale investments like this are testament to Indiana's business-friendly climate, our strong workforce, growing population, and our continued investment in quality of life. It is a testament to the strength of our values and the vibrancy of communities like Kokomo. The economic growth and momentum for our state this year is unprecedented, and we could not be more grateful for the contributions from our partners on this stage and in this room, especially the team here in Kokomo and Howard County, led by Mayor Tyler Moore and County Commissioner Paul Wyman. Stellantis would not continue to invest in Samsung SDI, would not have invested in the first place without you and your team leaning into economic development and public-private partnerships like you have. Kokomo has got it going on. And the work you have done for this community make the lives of your constituents tangibly better for years to come. I also want to take a moment to pause and thank two team members at the IDC especially who have worked tirelessly to get this deal across the finish line. Keep in mind that Korea is a long time in the future. They're 8 hours ahead of us. So this has been a 24-hour conversation, right? But Ann Lathrop and Brock Herr are heroes to me. These guys have understood the value of this partnership, respected the value of the relationships, and they have worked tirelessly, and my thanks go to them, as well as everybody that supported them through the process, David Rosenberg and just everybody. Thank you for all your hard work and your commitment for improving our state. Indiana's better because of having you both. I got to say thanks to Niall. Where's Niall? There he is. Niall, wow, great job. You're a friend of Indiana, and you worked hard, too. So thank you, and obviously Shane and everyone on stage. Congratulations to Stellantis, Samsung SDI. Welcome to Indiana, and thank you. And next year, you have to stay for the race. We've got to have you at our race. All right, I'm done. Thank you.
All right, and to bring this church service home, we've got a pretty good, great guy down there at the end of the line. There's an expression, all politics is local. All business is local, too, right? At the end of the day, the success of our business depends on our workforce, which depends on the community in which they live. And Mayor Tyler Moore has been a terrific partner to us. I know I've heard from Mr. Choi that he's looking forward to being here and working with him even more. So we're super excited to have you bring us over the finish line here, Mayor.
Don't worry, Governor, I don't apparently have a video either. I think my team made sure of that. But no, I've said it before, and I'll continue to say it. I love when you get scheduled to come to Kokomo, because that means there's good things in store. And I'm honored to be up here again. And people often say, third time's a charm. And early on, in January of 2020, I had the opportunity and honor to join the leaders of Stellantis as they announced the investment of $400 million in the engine plant just across the field. Just last October, we also stood together as they announced an investment of $229 million in their 3 Kokomo area plants. And now, here we are again, the sweetest one of all, the charm, to have this investment, this announcement of 2.5 to 3.0 million and 1,400 jobs here in the Kokomo and Howard County area. when I entered the back room with the teams, Mr. Choi asked if I was happy. I said that was an understatement. And then the governor chimed in and he said, I think he's the happiest mayor in the country, and that too is an understatement. I'm so honored that Stellantis and Samsung SDI have chosen as a joint venture to make the City of Firsts your first battery plant in the United States. Our great community has had a rich history in the automotive industry, starting with Elwood Haynes' production of the first commercially built automobile in 1894, then the Apperson brothers manufacturing their touring car in 1904, and then followed later by Chrysler's initial investment, as was mentioned, in 1937. So since that time, our city and our partner, Stellantis, have grown hand in hand, celebrating the prosperous times and overcoming the challenges as well, all along the way. And today's announcement is the next step in this continued partnership. We've heard that word being used time and time again by everybody who's been up here, partnerships. The success that so many experience in successful partnerships. And so as we continue to work together to accelerate the sustainable mobility and keep Kokomo at the forefront of the electrification of the automotive industry worldwide, we again were very honored. This multi-billion-dollar investment will help solidify the Kokomo region as a global leader in automotive manufacturing while creating more than 1,400 quality jobs. And it's that aspect of that investment, the jobs, the additional workforce, that demonstrates the trust and makes this initiative that much sweeter. Coupled with the City of Kokomo's and Howard County government's recent investments right here in Ivy Tech's Industry 4.0 lab, which is literally right across on the other side of this wall, this development will provide the support needed to both Stellantis and Samsung SDI to create and sustain a highly skilled and successful workforce for our collective growth. So again, we would like to thank Mark and the Stellantis and your team for your continued investment, support, and faith in this community for almost 90 years now. Can't wait to get to 100. But we would especially like to thank our new partners, Samsung SDI, Mr. Choi, and your team, for your trust in this new joint venture and for the confidence in Kokomo and Howard County. And we look forward to working together for decades to come. I also want to take a moment to thank Governor Holcomb. Again, always good to have you here because that means something good's going on. Secretary Chambers and your team, you already mentioned Brock and Ann. We were very honored to have your team and their tireless work and support to help us navigate through the details of this project these past months. As we've mentioned, success lies in strong partnerships, and we appreciate the relationship that we have with the state and the IEDC. And last but certainly not least, Secretary Chambers talked about his heroes. I got to talk about mine. This local team. I'm honored that so many of our elected officials, both county and city, are here to take part in this announcement. But I would be remiss if I didn't take a moment to specifically thank our Project Fusion team. Commissioner Wyman, above and beyond the call of duty, as always, helping us secure the land that needed and helping us navigate through that. Charlie Sparks and Mike McCool. Mike's not sitting up front, he's back in the peanut gallery, but both were very instrumental in really laying the foundation for this project, because without the initial ground that we had to bring to the table in our industrial park ground, you guys, again, were outstanding. And Charlie, your experience at the state level as well helped us navigate and work alongside the state. And then the city's dedicated team, Director of Development, Jennifer Jordan, previous city engineer, Carrie Stranahan, working remotely for us across state lines, and then, of course, City Attorney TJ Rethlick. I often tell people that successful leaders surround themselves with great people, and I am never hesitant to give credit where credit is due, and this local team has been, as Secretary Chambers alluded to his, my heroes, Kokomo and Howard County's heroes. So thank you for your tireless work. Thank you to your families as well for the time that you spent away to get us here today. So thanks so much. Again, it's a great day for Kokomo and for the state of Indiana, and I am beyond honored to be serving as its mayor. Thank you.
All right. So as we close out today's program, I do want to say again that we, Stellantis, with our long history here, we really want to give a special thanks to our employees, the members of this community, who have really demonstrated their abilities as a workforce that frankly, that became part of the selling point of this project at this location. Their commitment to building the highest quality products with the highest safety standards is really unsurpassed in the industry, frankly. So this is a great day. It's a great day for our companies, first and foremost. It's a great day for the state of Indiana and Kokomo as we diversify our operations here and really set the table for the future. To the residents of Kokomo, our apologies in advance for our construction dust, but we're going to start moving earth quickly, and great things are going to happen, and we are so looking forward to launching this battery plant, our first battery plant in the United States. So it's going to be awesome. Thank you all for taking some time to celebrate with us this afternoon, and now the hard work starts. Thank you.